We are back today with our regularly scheduled program, and I got a few things to share with you. If you joined me for our Stash Fest video series, thanks a lot. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad you had fun shopping the new fall releases with Lindy Stitches, whether you ordered with us or another company. It brought me joy. Cross stitch brings me joy. We're gonna talk finishes. I've got a lot of them. New starts, new stash acquisitions. I have unboxings to do. Do you see this eBay box? It's been sitting there for 2 weeks because I wanted to open it with you. It's some vintage cross stitch. Very excited to do that unboxing. There's very little shop update news. We're just going to keep that to a bare minimum because you watch pretty much nothing but shop updates for the last 2 months. That's how long it's been since we just had a chill cross-stitch chat where I show you my personal projects and what I'm excited about. So let's get started. It's been 2 months. I should have some finishes to share with you, right? I have four. Let's start with the most impressive. Very pleased to have finished Plum Street Samplers Blackbird Fractor. Here she is, folks. She's a beauty. I absolutely love stitching this. It's a big one. It turned out much bigger than I thought it was. This was a joy to stitch. I stitched it in all of the called for flosses on some Camel Seraphim linen. Caramel is one of my favorite colors. It's just a nice, light, warm, neutral. Colors pop off of it really nice. It's not too yellowy. I don't like my neutrals to have like a strong yellow tone. This is just a blush of warmth. And I love it. I did add Jason and I's initials there in the candelabra. And this is Jason trying to get me to join his acorn selling MLM. Just kidding. He's giving me an offering of love. I can't wait to get this framed in a nice gothic black frame. Next up, I finished a piece that had been languishing for far too long. This is adorable. It is by Mama Witch X Stitch, and it's called Spring Cleanup. I got this as a freebie off her Facebook group. I'm not sure if it's still there as a freebie, but I know it is also for sale now in the various places she sells her patterns. I just love a good cut through, and this will be my second cut through finish. And there should be more cut throughs on the horizon. I need to have a cut through wall. I've often joked about this, like the number of walls cross stitchers want to have in their homes. Well, I want a cut through wall, okay? Here's my finish. This is adorable. I don't know what I stitched it on. It's a mystery linen. I'm pretty sure it's a 32 count, picture this plus, of some color. But I love it. I love it. There's nothing else to say about it. It's just cute. I thought this would make a very good front to one of these Tiger Lily project keepers, so I don't know whether I'll frame it for my cut-through wall or whether I'll make it like the front of a project keeper, because I think that would also be really fun to sew up. So, Mama Witch X Stitch Spring Cleanup. Next up, I've had this in my to be started list for some time. You already saw me finish this ornament, but I stitched up another one using the same color conversion I did last time. This is a Homespun Elegance Santa ornament from 2015. Sorry, I keep having to look at it. And it's called Delivering Yummies. And it just cracks me up. I love how it says yummy on the why, because it's so random. And that reindeer, and I know he's in a sleigh, but it actually looks like he's in a bucket. I love it. Obviously chose my own colors, but look how cute this is. My last finish, I am actually modeling. I embroidered these bats on this plain gray sweatshirt that I own. I'll give you a little close up. So cute. All you need is some DMC 310 and this little pattern. I saw someone doing, this person who sells these patterns, I caught a reel of them. I just keep petting my shoulder. I caught a reel of them doing this to a sweatshirt and I was like, that's adorable, I need it. Now, could I have drawn 3 bats on the shoulder of the sweatshirt and embroidered them? Yes, I could have. But I didn't want to. I didn't want to find the right stabilizer, blah, blah, blah. So I actually went on her Etsy site and I purchased the little bat stick-on transfer. It's not iron, you just literally stick it on and you fill in the shapes with DMC 310. It's not hard. I will say, obviously it wouldn't be hard, but I will say it took me way longer than I thought it would. Also, it killed my thumb because I can't just stop. When I start to get in pain, I have to finish the project. So I killed my thumb for a weekend stabbing these bats into the sweatshirt, but it was definitely worth it. The company name is Stitchin' with Samantha Stick and Stitch Embroidery Patterns. She has a lot of different little cute designs, and I think it was like $6. Saved me a little bit of effort, research, and ending up with supplies that I wasn't too sure I would use again. Should I have to buy a yard of something, etc., etc. Made it nice and simple. It was a fun weekend craft, and I love bats. I had 2 new starts since I saw you last. Can't wait to share them with you. This first one was my birthday start. Didn't start exactly on my birthday because I find starting projects a little bit stressful. So a week after my birthday, I started Charlie Harper's The Birdwatcher. This is a vintage pattern based on artwork by Charlie Harper. I've had this in my stash for quite some time and it just seemed like the right time to start it. Here is my progress so far. We have a cat bum and a couple leaves taking shape. I'm stitching this on Lemongrass by Mystic Fabrics, which I think is so perfect. I had quite a few green mottled fabrics pulled for this one, but I'm glad I went with the lemongrass. I just think it's a beautiful color. I had more grassy green fabrics pulled, but sometimes I'll just like throw the fabric on the wall. And does this like sort of go with my decor or not? And really dark grassy green. Not really, but this is going to look fantastic. I love the modeling on it. I will say this pattern, when you look at it, I mean, it looks like it would just totally fly along. I mean, look at those long stripes of black. But in reality, there are a million diagonal stitches and fractional stitches in here. So it goes a lot slower than I thought it would. I'm talking a ton. Like, everywhere there could be a fractional stitch, there's gonna be a fractional stitch. So I thought this would be a super quick pattern to work up, but we will put in the effort and it will be worth it in the end. My last start is, I guess, my Stash Fest pick. Although I loved so many of the patterns from Stash Fest, I only ended up starting one, and it was not one I was planning on starting with. It wasn't even in like my top favorite patterns. But I packed so many orders, and I looked at those Stash Fest patterns hundreds of times, you know? Again and again and again. And I don't know what it did to my brain, but it did give me a lot of time to completely overthink what pattern I wanted to start. And I love that. I love a good overthink, you know? If you can give me 2 weeks to agonize over something so inconsequential as my next cross-stitch project start, give it to me, baby. I'm all about it. What did I start? Halloween Snail, one of my favorites. I haven't started it yet. Did I start Prim Bird's Pin Drum by Teresa Kogut? I was so ready to start that. No, I didn't. I was raised by a man who would sit at the restaurant and say, you'd say, Dad, what are you going to order? And he would say, I'm going to order the chicken or the fish. I've told this story before. Okay, Dad. The waitress would show up, he'd order the steak. And that's just how this went. I started Frolicking Foxes by Counting Puddles. there was just something that drew me in. It's so stinking charming. It's so charming. In addition, I am really appreciating what Lindsay is doing with her patterns. I really love how Lindsay is using like layering techniques with her specialty stitches. So yeah, we've got backstitch. We're all used to backstitch, but she's also, you know, she's creating additional texture and depth to the patterns that she's creating with these layers of specialty stitches. And they're not hard. Like, those little twinkles are just like X's. We can do this. It's not hard. Many of you ordered books are magic. I think most of the patterns I've seen from her have these kinds of layering techniques, and I just wanted to give it a go. These foxes are so stinking charming. I went ahead and I started it up. So here we go. And Lindsay is charting in mostly DMC, so that's super quick kitting. Here's where I am so far. Just started in that pumpkin with the stump and the apples in the corner. I'm stitching this on 32 count Marbled Bunny by XJU Designs, and look at this linen. It's just so perfect for anything that you want to put a fall stitch on. It has this nice tan modeling on it. So cute. I passed through a serious acted like I had an illness. I passed through a serious plague of starditis somewhere in the beginning of August. It was rough. I wanted to start all the things. I even made a list of like 12 things in my journal that I was dying to start. And I just... The overthinking. It's just so much fun. I actually touched all of my whips since I saw you last. Not all of them got significant progress though, so I'll just show you the ones that did. This pattern is first up to finish. In fact, I'm hoping to finish it before October 1st. I want to have a new Halloween start. So that's going to be my reward if I should manage to finish Autumn Pin Drum by Kathy Barrick. I think it's a doable goal if I just sit down and finish it. Here it is. So we are close. We are close, my friends. I stalled out when I got to the repeat. That tree with the owl and the other half of the urn on the other side, and I, you know, got bored. But we're gonna push through. This is so cute. I absolutely love the little orange brick house with the owl on top. That's my favorite part. This is adorable, and I forget what I'm stitching it on. Next up, I made some progress on Carolyn Manning's Carrot Cake. We're picking away at it, folks. This is on 32 count Winter Moon, which is a nice ivory neutral. Love this color. I love the colors of this project. I do love this project, but it's turning into a cough syrup project. It is. I get bored. And then I'm just stitching so that I can make progress so that someday it will be finished. It's so pretty. I was so into it when I started it. But it just feels like the progress is just so slow. The last work in progress I'm going to show you is Barbara Anna's All Creatures Great and Small. I started this in the early summertime this year, and I'm pretty proud of the progress I have. It's not like mind-blowing, but look how much border I put in. That's a lot of border! That is a lot of border. The reason I put the border in is just great for like Zoom meetings, because it follows a predictable pattern and you can just go and go and go and go. It's great. I'm loving the motifs. I was stitching that horse on my birthday, which is why it says 24. Then I changed that cat to a black cat. Just making sure you're paying attention. Okay. So this whip is on XJU Design, My Little Dove, and I am using my Lindy Stitches Belle Soie conversion. It's on my website. It's glorious. 2-minute crochet blanket update. I am right here on my crochet blanket. It's still not looking blankety, but I'm having fun. I will say. My tasseling is like so uneven. I don't even really know why. I try. These are the results. I don't care, okay? This is for me. I don't know why I'm defensive. They should be even, like this shouldn't be hard, but you know, things happen. I'm having fun. I did get a special request through my website to share my yarn color scheme, so I will be sure to do that in the description of this video, should you care. It's this, okay? Time for haul. Are you excited? Everybody and their brother has been talking about this book, and for good reason. Max Pigeon put an immense amount of work into this book. I cannot imagine how many hours of designing, photographing, editing, formatting, etc. this took. It is a labor of love, and it's worth every penny. I'm just going to show you my favorite pattern, which actually was recently finished by Helen D. I was like, oh, I'm so glad she picked that one. It is called Autumn Drizzle. And it's just beautiful. And I can see how Max's patterns would be really therapeutic to stitch. I think they're gorgeous. There's of course some great bird patterns in here. There's many flip throughs on Flosstube if you would like to check out every single pattern that's in this book. So congratulations, Max, you did an amazing job. Next up, a little pattern haul from a stitching shop in Denver when I traveled there. If you like shops where you can dig and find treasures, a stitching shop is a great place to go. I picked out 3 patterns for myself. The first being Homespun Elegance Merry Meowies. And this is adorable. I love the funkiness of her patterns. They just delight my soul. And this pattern is particularly relevant to me because I now own 3 cats. Which is a little bit crazy. It's excessive. I feel it's excessive. Look, if you own 18, that's great for you. I don't care how many cats people own. For me personally, 2 was like the line. It was the line. More than 2, I was just never gonna go there. But Tony, my neighbor's cat, or previously my neighbor's cat, has had different plans for quite some time. For the last 2 years, 3 years, he's been like living on our porch, and it's honestly been a source of like contention between the neighbor and I, because Tony was not being taken to the vet and Tony was not completely healthy, and I finally had it, and anyway, long story short, Tony is now our cat. I didn't steal him. She did surrender her cat ownership rights. Isn't animal ownership a weird thing sometimes? Tony obviously wanted to be my cat, even if I wasn't very interested in the situation. Anyway, we love him, and he is now part of the crew. I now own a little black void, a house panther, if you will. If you own a black cat and you think I need to know more of the black cat owner terminology and lore, please tell me down below in the comments, because I need educated. This is the first black cat I've ever owned. He is so much fun. He has the meow of like a smoker. He has the graveliest, funniest meow. He is my daughter's cat. She loves him. She carries him around like he's the baby. Anyway, next up, I got Flowers of Eden. This is by Hands to Work. This says 2023, but I swear I did not see this pattern. I thought this, honestly, I'm surprised because I thought this was like from the archives. It's incredible. I love it. Totally weird. Totally up my alley. And then lastly, I don't know, you know, there's some staples you feel like you have to own, and maybe you have to stitch too. This is amazing. I've always loved it, and it is the Red Deer Sampler by Gigi. I will say I was surprised about this pattern because I opened it up, took a peruse, and it's stitched in Gentle Arts, no DMC conversion. And the reason for this face is because Gentle Arts, some of Gentle Arts colors have like significantly changed over the years. And I know we all understand, we all cut all the hand dyers slack, but I'm talking significant changes. So it might be a challenge should I decide to kit this up and start it, to figure out exactly what colors to use. But it's glorious. I love it. And then I just decided to join everyone's Patreon. Why not? You know, I want patterns delivered to me on a monthly basis too. I joined 3, and I might join more because it's been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying myself. First up, I joined Liz Matthews. It's not enough for me to talk to her, you know, a few times a week. No, it's not enough. I need her to design cross-stitch patterns for me. This was last month's Patreon exclusive pattern. And shut up! Look at it! I mean, come on! Who doesn't want to stitch that? If you don't want to stitch that, maybe you need to go see your doctor. Because that is cute. I don't care who you are. That is cute. And then this month's came out. And it's cute too. How about the one I joined yesterday? Yesterday I joined Velvet Pony. Why did I join Velvet Pony? Well, first of all, it was $6, which is stupid. It should be higher than $6. In my humble opinion, hike up the price. Like, let's pay you what you're worth, because this pattern, it should have been more than $6. It's amazing. Look at this. Autumn Snail. What? Look at it. Maybe you recognize their style. You've probably seen some of their patterns on Etsy. They do a lot of these like geometric animals with the color work. Really awesome. I love it. And I just didn't have enough snails in my life. So I was like, add one more, add to cart, add to subscription. And then I also joined the Artsy Housewife because, everyone's doing it. I didn't print out any of her patterns yet, but I am a member. I am a proud member. The last piece of haul I have to share with you, I've had sitting here for months. I bought this months ago, and I just kept forgetting to show you. And it's fantastic. It's by Man Darcy, and the title explains it all. It's a cat. Stained glass cat. Wouldn't this be fun to do on a really big stitch count? And then you could put it in the window. It's great. Good job, Darcy. We just whipped through those whips. I hope I wasn't talking 90 miles an hour. But if you ever want to slow down or speed me up, there's a speed dial here on YouTube. Short shop update. I don't know if you saw my ornament finishing tutorial, but I used our new products, which are specifically sized to finish Prairie Schooler Santa ornaments. They are called Super Easy Acid-Free Ornament Finishing Boards, and we have 4 different sizes corresponding to the 4 different counts of fabric. So, If you want to be one step closer to finishing those Prairie Schooler Santas and you don't like cutting mat board like me, that's what these are for. More details on the website. Hey, want to look at the new 3 colors from Lappin' Loops? I love Lappin' Loops. She makes some gorgeous colors. She released 3 new colors. We got them all in yesterday. Got a nice big stack. Here you can see Willoughby refusing to join in any sort of work. He just wanted to sit next to the stack and look cute. Fine. Well, someone else cut the linen and now it's in the shop. You can go over and check it out. There's 3 colors. I'm going to show you, let's just go for it. These are the uncut yards. This one is called Sunken Depths. Oh yeah. It's just a gorgeous royal blue. It would be so fun to pop colors off of. Love it. Next up, this one I'm super excited about because it is a great dupe. We don't use the word dupe in cross stitch on Flosstube, do we? But if you watch makeup tutorials, they love to use the word dupe. This is a great dupe for Shale from Picture This Plus. So if you can't get your fingers on Shale, this looks so much like it. I was so happy to get it because Picture This Plus can be hard for shops to get sometimes. This is called Tombstone, and it's that perfect gray with a hint of purple. It's so good. It's so good. Perfect for a wide variety of seasons, but of course I'm thinking fall, and yes, it's glorious. That one's called Tombstone. And then my favorite, because I am a blue-green girl, Old Man's Beard. This one's going to get used. This one is going to get used by me. Oh yes. So this one is a green blue. I would say is it green or is it blue? I would say it's a green, but it's definitely riding the line between green and blue. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Jason doesn't know, but I have a bucket over here, and sometimes I just throw a yard of linen in it without asking. We'll see if he watches the entirety of these videos. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. We also got 3 new styles of scissors in. They are all mini scissors. They're tiny, and I love a good tiny scissor because every time you use it, you get to admire how cute it is. All 3 of these styles come in a rainbow of colors from black to white and every shade in between, but here's I can barely hold it so you can see it. These are called Little Gems, and these are the Flower Power. Oh my gosh. Stocking stuffers. And then these are called Storklets. I should make cross-stitch ASMR videos. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. If you can hear this, you're not asleep. And that concludes our shop update with an important announcement. I did want to tell you guys, I don't want to take all the credit for the things that happen around here in Lindy Stitches. I've told you about Annie, who is now helping us with our website. You might know her from Needle in the Hay XO, Needle in the Hay XO. I will link her down below. She has been so awesome. She's taken a weight off my shoulders, and I really appreciate her. But I did hire an even closer personal assistant who's doing something invaluable for me. I would like to introduce you to them now. So, come here. So, this is my personal assistant. And she holds my scissors next to my stitching chair. I always know where my scissors are. Oh, she's got a needle too. Didn't know that was there. She has a very strong magnet. I love her. Janine, my friend from the Blue Flower, sent me the link to this product, and I will put the link down below. It is an Amazon product. It's a goose with a magnet on it, but it brings me so much joy. Sometimes I call her Choose Violence Goose, because geese do that, you know? Every day they wake up and they choose violence. So this is my new personal assistant. I'm very happy with her job performance. Winner of the Lindy Stitches gift card from the last video goes to Giselle Kuzmik 9167, who said, "You guys are the best. Thank you for the laughs this afternoon. I'm excited to join the Jingle Ball, especially because I love seeing all the designers' talks and the great haul opportunities. I've been a little shy to join in the groups. Maybe this will be my year." It will, Giselle. It will totally be your year. Totally. You should join some stitchy tables. Maybe creep a little, get a little comfortable before you turn that camera on and start chatting with your fellow stitchers. A lot of our attendees have done that. Creep at an event, creep in a little farther, and then they're just sitting there yakking, you know? It's fun. Speaking of the Jingle Ball, let's do another giveaway, $25 to Lindy Stitches. We'll randomly draw a comment down below if you can give me a designer suggestion for Jingle Ball 2025. We have 2 short sections to wrap this up. Let's talk about things that I have kitted up that I would like to start soon. The first being Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. I've had this in my stash for a long time and just haven't gotten around to starting it. I have some Caramel by Seraphim, which is in the definite, I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty much the same color as the model. The Whisper of Warmth. And I don't know, how many flosses do you think this pattern calls for? Maybe 10. Oh, no, my friend. We're talking this many. We're talking a complete rainbow. Okay? I don't even know how all of these colors could possibly fit in this pattern, but somehow they do. Here's Feast of Friendship, kitted up, ready for my needle. But my October 1st start, which I hope to earn by finishing my Kathy Barrick piece, I want to start this, and it was inspired by Jordan the Tattooed Stitcher. I would like to start Hello Halloween from Teresa Kogut. This would be my second Teresa Kogut. My first was also Halloween inspired. I will link my video down below where I go through all of my Halloween fall finishes. I'm unpacking my decorations. I have more fall cross stitch up in my house than any other season. I love fall, and it shows in my stitching, and it shows in how many finished pieces I have hanging up right now. If you'd like to watch that video, it's just all finishes. It's down below. But this the reason my brain went there is my other piece by Teresa Kogut that I have on the wall is a Halloween inspired. It's 3 pumpkin ladies. It's adorable. Anyway, I would like to start this October 1st. I think there's also a Sal going on that starts the same day, so I guess I'm joining that. I want to stitch it. Look at this linen. Look at it. Oh, could you die? I could die. This is called Fallen Leaves by XJU Design. We do have it in the shop in multiple counts. It probably will sell out pretty quickly because I didn't order enough of it, but are you seeing the vision here? I don't use a lot of I would consider this crazy. I don't use a lot of crazy linen, but this piece has so much black in it, and the motifs are pretty solidly colored. I think I might have to change that light yellowy orange to a deeper shade to pop off this fabric, but I'm excited about this. Okay, let's do some unboxings now. I have completed the Jingle Ball merch lineup. It is not up yet, so don't go over there looking for the merch. We are not ready for the merch sales yet because I had to order my samples and make sure they're A+ before you get in there, okay? So I didn't get my t-shirts and other apparel yet, but I got 2 of my other types of things in the mail. So let's see how they are, and hopefully they're not wrong and I have to show you what I have to fix. So this is a set of 5 Jingle Ball pins and I just had a conniption. How am I going to show you these? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Oh yes. Okay, so these are great. They're exactly how I wanted them, which makes me so happy, and now I can't remember which ones I've shown you, but okay, so let me tell you what I do with these little pins, because I collect these when I go traveling. I especially like to buy them at the national parks. The national parks all have like cool artsy pins. And for a while I was collecting them, I was like, what do I even do with these? I don't want to like wear them on my clothing, you know, like I did that already. I did that already in, you know, 4th grade when we had jean jackets, okay? I like to put them on my project bags. So there's Mount Hood. Here's my some of my Utah pins. It's just project bag bling, right? Or if you have bigger totes that you put your projects in, I think, yeah, that's what I like to do with pins. But of course you could wear them on your jean jacket if you prefer. Now here's one of our most popular items. Okay, don't get too excited with the knife. I'm so excited to open this. This is our coffee cup, and I love this year's artwork so much. I kind of gave the Jingle Ball a rebrand like on a whim one day. I woke up and I was like, this thing needs rebranded. Don't like the logo anymore. Let's update. And I've been so happy. I've been so happy with, and it got a great response from you too. Okay, so here's our mug. They come pretty well packaged. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah! Here's the Jingle Ball mug. Last year's mug came in a couple different color options. This year's mug, all of the wraps are the same, but you can order the mug with a black inside and handle, or you can order the green. And I'm happy. Okay, let's get to the grand finale. So, okay, this is some vintage needlepoint that I found on eBay, and this was a piece that I saw maybe 5-ish or so years ago looking at vintage stitching on eBay the way you do, and I found it as a kit, a needlepoint kit, and I was like, that is incredible. It was a full kit. I could have made the project, but I could not get myself to want to learn how to needlepoint just to make this piece, because it would have been just to make this piece. And like you, I already have enough hobbies. I didn't really want to learn a new one. Well, we got a finished piece, and wow, okay. We have pool noodles and everything. What a considerate seller. I'm sorry, but that's extra mile. Look at that. Yes. 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 Now, if you watch the Hathaway Stitchers and you're thinking, I saw that piece recently, it's because Amity also owns a vintage finish of this piece. I will say, I think hers is in better condition. Mine, I think the background is originally supposed to be more of a baby blue. Hers is a little more vibrant than this one, so maybe mine hung in the sun for a while, but honestly, I'm in love. If you want to look for this piece, I just googled needlepoint falcon, and that's how I found mine. I'm sure there are more floating around the world that pop up from time to time, but isn't he amazing? Thank you so much for joining me for this really cross-stitch smorgasbord. I have to clean up this giant mess. There's now, you know, pool noodles on the ground. Have a great weekend. Get some stitches in. Make the world a little bit more beautiful because you're in it. All right? That was pretty deep. See you later.